I've seen some really great stuff from some really key leaders in the development construction space over some presentations lately, saying like developers have a duty and governments to actually allocate a percentage of all land and apartments to affordable housing. So imagine if every building or every land subdivision that was getting produced, that was profitable, had to allocate 10 or 20% to affordable. It would increase supply straight away for affordable dwellings. Now, less margin for them, but I've heard some of the most influential developers speak about their civic, ethical, moral society duties to do that.
Money isn't the root of all evil, the fucking lack of it is.
Not money, the lack of understanding money.
When I put that into emphasis, when I realised that psychological effect and how it hit our family, I FTB all the fucking way.
You are now watching the Money Mentor podcast
With Graham Home.
Graham Home.
You're fucking gone. See ya. Welcome back to another episode of the Money Mentor, and we're on the Changing Lives Financially series. And we have two special guests today, Craig and Megan, who've been with us for a while now. Welcome.
Thank
you.
How are we?
Good.
Happy to be here.
Looking fit and healthy and glowing.
Thank you.
And you've been on a challenge or something?
Just on living on the Gold Coast.
Well, that's
Yeah.
so tough. It's tough life,
It's a
right?
tough life.
Out gym tanning laundry each day, or?
No.
Okay.
Not quite.
So give everyone a quick background on who you are, where you're from, family size, all that sort of stuff. Maybe we'll start with that.
Well, we're from the Gold Coast hinterland. We're living in Canungra at the moment.
Beautiful.
Withering. We've a family of four with two 4-year-old twins. What else?
Yep. So I'm in the Defence Force. Megan's hospital admin, and we're just living here at the moment due to work.
Yeah.
Very good. So obviously, military deployed, you get moved around potentially every couple of years, right?
Correct.
Yeah. How long usually?
Typically, you have like a 3-year tenure at each position.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're here for the next couple of years at least?
So one more year at least.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how we go.
You're hoping you stay, or?
Definitely.
I think, if I would like to stay, I'm actually doing really well within my career at the moment where I am. And the support with the company's been absolutely amazing. So I'd like to stay where I am.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that pans out in the future and how that works as a family.
Okay. 2 beautiful children. Okay. Good. 2 years old now?
4.
4
Yeah,
years old.
4.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good number, because if you have 3, you're outnumbered.
Yeah.
Beck and I were talking about this the other day. I'm like, we always said we're just going to have twins and be done.
Yeah.
It runs in our family, hers and mine. Like, we'll just have
that.
twins, we'll be done. And I'm like, I don't know, like, let's get a big house. And then she goes, I'm not doing 3, we'll be outnumbered.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, imagine if you're at the park and one goes that way and one goes that way.
Yep.
And her girlfriend's got twins. And we're like, what do you do? She goes, you assess the danger.
Yeah.
That one's going to the swings, that one's going to the road. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Trust me, 2 is plenty.
Yeah, okay.
2 is enough.
All right, I'll stop then, because I was thinking, oh, maybe 3, like.
Unless they're like different age gaps. You're like, we've got friends that have kids like all different age gaps and they've got 3 and it works out perfectly because the
Right.
older ones look after the
Helps
little
the-
one.
yeah.
So it depends if you're having your age gaps.
You
but
still get outnumbered.
or you're still outnumbered.
I'm watching friends' kids the other day debate with them and negotiate. I'm like, it's like a mini sassy version of yourselves.
It really is. And they throw it back in your face so hard.
I'm like, I don't know.
And it's hard not to laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah,
you've got
I
the
would laugh at
opinion.
everything. I'd be like,
That's me.
That's
me.
great. He can't discipline because he has to turn his back to them and he's like, I
giggle.
can't.
there's no military defense. So it's all, you've gone to
Switch
water.
that off at home.
Girl dad energy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, tell us pre-infinity a bit about yourselves financially, like mortgage, credit cards, cars, all sorts of stuff. Tell us a bit of background.
So we bought our PPR back in 2017. So I had it a few years before we joined Infinity.
Yep.
Essentially doing the bank schedule, paying minimum repayments. We also had like a credit card just due to, so we're down in Canberra due to work for
Yep.
a year and a half, 2 years. Megan was sort of in between jobs.
I was unemployed basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And essentially using that to help fund the lifestyle,
Yeah.
which is not a great idea.
Okay.
And then, pretty much like we had the money there. We're just if we wanted something, we bought it.
Bought it.
Like there was no real budget.
No
real
budget structure. Just okay, if we want it, credit card,
Yeah.
pay the card.
Yeah.
Did the card clear, or was there months where like you just would put a bit of money on the card, but you never cleared it?
We were just putting a bit of money on the card. I don't think we ever really cleared it.
So we started using, the like free balance transfers.
Yeah.
So I
say
did
you
a
got like a
few of those.
$5,000 card, you max it out, you'll balance transfer for like 0% for 12 months or something. But now you've got the $5,000 debt over here with no interest, but now you've got a $5,000 balance on that card you could use again. Would you then use it again?
Or we were sort of definitely less.
Right.
But like, so the aim was during that interest-free period, we would pay it off.
Right.
But it sort of happened a couple of times before we actually paid it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's hard on one income. So, okay. So card was a bit of an issue. No budget, no structure was a bit of an issue. Do you think that was just like life's busy, one income at that time, like you just go with the motion, or we're not taught to budget growing up? What do you think was happening there?
I think, I guess lack of financial literacy,
Yeah.
lack of thought, like we weren't struggling. So it's like not really an issue we need to deal with
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah.
Okay. What about, so when did you find infinity? So, because we've obviously had a home loan, pay the minimum, credit cards. So there's a bit of we're doing okay because we've got an asset going up in value, but at the same token, we're kind of struggling a bit with the cards and cash flow and structure. When did you find infinity, and who found infinity?
Yeah. So I found you on socials.
Okay.
It would have been like sort of the back end of 2020.
Okay.
So then I signed up, did the free webinar by myself,
Okay.
just to sort of suss it out before actually bringing it to the boss.
Yeah.
And then I think it was in January we did it together, the free webinar, and then we were pretty much sold. So we signed up to the masterclass, and then
So Megan messaged me going, shit, I think we're being scammed.
Well, it's because we were driving and it's the day of the masterclass.
Yeah.
Like we'd just gotten out and had breakfast and heading home to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't have any links. And I'm like,
You
what do
hadn't
you
uploaded
mean?
anything yet, or
Yeah.
no, so we hadn't started that process
right?
yet.
Okay.
And I was just like, what do you mean? And
Lucky,
he's just like,
we check it every Saturday morning, right?
yeah. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll message them. And he started stressing out. And I was getting stressed out. I'm like,
Yeah.
you've put money into this
Good
thing.
start to the day. It was a good breakfast, and it went downhill from there.
It was stressful the
Yeah.
whole drive home.
But you got logged in. You're all good.
Yeah, we got logged in.
Good.
You sent us a contact, and we all got logged in, and it was all good from there. And obviously, it has been because here we are.
Very good. So tell us, masterclass. Explain to us what you learned, what was eye-opening, what you already thought you knew. Like talk through that process. So obviously, you watched the free webinar alone, then watched it together. So you've obviously watching on, okay, we can do a bit better here. Then you've obviously watched it together and gone, yep, we both agree we can do a bit better. Talk me through masterclass through that process. What was that like?
We learned we were doing everything wrong.
Not everything.
Absolutely everything wrong. With we thought the property that we were in, when we left for Canberra, we turned it into an investment because we
Right.
thought that would be beneficial for us to keep it instead of selling it.
6 years to keep it. Yeah.
But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right. So
Like
you-
we didn't know much about it at all. Like we just thought, oh yeah, we own a property. That's great. And then the structuring and like budgeting and all that stuff, like we weren't doing any of that correctly.
Okay.
Like we weren't frugal with it. We weren't talking. We weren't having open conversations about it as a couple really either. And then when we were on the masterclass, it was really eye-opening for the both of us because it really brought us to have those conversations together to really structure us up for the future.
I think the tool, sorry, to interrupt, the tool, like the mortgage calculator tool,
Yeah.
like the way we were going and the way like
That
rapid
direct
repay structure,
comparison.
like
Yeah.
it's hundreds of thousands of dollars difference.
So is it an eye opener, or is it a bit of a punch in the face, or is it both?
Both.
It was both and for the better.
Okay. So talk me through that feeling then, because obviously you then go, okay, we want some help. Yep, we listen to it, or you can either try to do it yourself or somebody else, or you can do it with us. You guys are like, no, you do it for us. What's the motivation? Because I get asked this a lot. People are like, oh, why did people go and get help? What's the motivation? Then you're like, right, I've been punched in the face. It's a real eye opener. We could do so much better. Here's the direct comparison. What's then the new drive? What goes through your head then Saturday, Sunday? Like, what do you think? You think, right, we need to do this now, but what's the driving force? What are you trying to achieve for you guys as a couple?
Do you want to touch on that?
I think it's so I had a pretty humble upbringing, and I just definitely wanted to improve that for our children, because we were at the time trying for children.
Yep.
And we just wanted better.
Okay. So when you say humble, you mean went without, or just a very simple, basic life? What?
So single mother, essentially living in housing commission.
Yep.
So I'm one of 3 children. Like we never really went without,
Yep.
but we definitely relied on friends and family
Yep.
to get us through.
Okay. I know the feeling. And there's only one of me, so 3 would be much, much
So
harder.
your story definitely resonated.
Yeah.
Like because I played soccer all through growing up, having to
Right.
rely on friends and family.
Friends, if
to
they
get
drive
me
you there, feed you, get you around, look after you till mum. Yeah, okay. It's tough. Single parents, man. Fuck it. Single mums or single dads, it's like badge of honor because I don't know when they sleep. I don't know when they eat. They got to run a household, do a shop, do food. Mind you, as kids, you probably would have experienced this a bit. I remember doing the washing all the time and the dishes. I mean, it was just mum and I, right? It's like if I didn't help them do the dishes, mum's not going to get home till late at night. There was no dishes. You know, like, or I'd help try to cook. It was fucking terrible. But so I think it's one of those things that I find a lot of people raised by single parents are quite independent. We can be quite stubborn too. I don't know if that's the thing, but we can be quite stubborn, but we're also quite independent because you have to do a lot of things that sometimes that perfect mum and dad household wouldn't have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely forced to grow up quicker, I think.
Bingo. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, you do have to grow up a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So but you don't miss out on anything. Okay. So pretty driven to make sure you guys are looking to start a family, make sure that when you have kids that they can maybe live a bit more comfortably. Is that what you're sort of saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely wanted to improve for the children that we knew we were having.
Okay.
Like, for us, it was IVF.
Yep.
And if that financially took a massive toll on us as well. Like, we knew we couldn't conceive children naturally.
Okay.
And that definitely wasn't a thing for us.
Yeah.
So the bills within doctors' fees, IVF transfers, freezing fees, like it all added up. The medications as well. Like
It's like buying a house. It's like a house deposit and some.
Yeah, and some.
Yeah.
And we did it privately as well. Like, we
Wow.
didn't do it through any schemes. Like, we paid our own money for it all.
Wow. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Yeah. And luckily I worked with a few of the doctors as well. So that did help us out because they did some of our appointments and checkups were
Right.
bulk billed for us.
Yep.
So that did help. But even then, still it adds up. So I can only imagine what other families would go through. That we had a little bit of help with
And
that.
there's not just the financial aspect, but there's the physical, there's the emotional, like that whole journey
Yeah.
is pretty daunting. I've got friends who went through it and eventually just gave up.
Yeah.
And they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years
Yeah.
before they just went, you know what, it's just not meant to be. It's pretty tough. So
And that was us. We nearly did give up. Like,
Right.
it was the last transfer and it was unsuccessful. And I was like, no, I've had enough.
had enough, yeah.
My body's had enough. My mentality, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I just really thought it wasn't meant for us, parenthood. Like, I just thought it wasn't our journey.
Yeah.
And then after Christmas, I was working and I texted Craig. I'm like, we've just got to do this one more transfer. I've just got a feeling.
Okay.
And
After you were done.
after, like, I said, we were done.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I've just got this feeling. And I think
Couple
they were
months
like, we have to try.
later,
It was
or-
a few months later, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like November, December. He said, "Yeah, we're done."
We're done.
But then sort of
January.
January, February, like, yeah, let's
Yeah, it
let's
was
do one more.
mid-January we did one transfer.
Okay.
And the doctor's like, let's just transfer the last 2 embryos.
Yep.
Which turned out not to be the last 2 embryos.
Yeah, and they both stuck.
And they both stuck.
Right.
And now we've got another embryo chilling in the freezer that they found.
There you go.
So yeah, but that journey was just intense. And financially, like, I look at it, I'm like, the amount of money we spent, I wouldn't take any of it back to
Good.
where we are now. Like,
That's probably really important if somebody's tuning in right now and listening that in our community or not in our community to go, hey, it's all worth it.
It is. It really is all worth it. Like, and it is daunting. And I do see, like, anyone that is going through it, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Like, it is, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted obviously we had spent so much money to do that. And I'm looking at them like, now we've got these two little humans that are coming into our lives.
Yeah.
I'm like, we need to now change. Like we need to build back our home, our future. Like
Yeah.
I want to do better for our
So
family.
it's sort of a combination, that process where you guys were trying through IVF. You're like, we're hopefully going to have a couple little humans coming over. We really need to get our shit together,
Yeah.
so to speak, financially. So that was the driving force.
Really was.
Okay. And today you got some beautiful little munchkins.
Yeah, we do.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Any more than in the future?
Well, we've got a dog, so that's enough for us.
Yeah,
Is it molt? What
He
sort of
does
dog?
molt. He's a
Does he?
cattle dog.
Cattle? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. Yeah, they
Yeah,
molt. They molt.
he molts.
I've just been having the dog conversation with Becky again. I'm like, forever home, dog. She's like, no. Plus, we lost one a while ago, and that was like horrific.
Yeah,
Like,
we had Cody and Bear, and Cody was our older cattle, red cattle, and he was my childhood dog, and he ended up just moving with me everywhere.
Right.
And we lost him the year we moved to Canungra.
Okay.
And yeah,
It's hard.
It's so hard, but
Yeah.
they're your fur family.
Yeah.
Like, forever family.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably be on a diet then because I'd have to give half my dinner back to the dog. Yeah. So could be a good thing, but okay. So talk about now. So since we joined Infinity, so it's early 21, right? So where are we today from? Had the old home, and then early 21 IVF journey. Where are we today financially?
So since joining Infinity, the first moves were essentially to restructure the PPR. So we did that, bought our first investment property in Queensland, and then we eventually sold that last year, 2024. Bit of a profit there, so happy with that.
So you bought it in 21,
Bought it in 21.
right? And then we sold it again in 24.
Correct.
Okay, sounds weird.
Yeah, definitely didn't think we'd be buying and selling within 3 years.
Why? Why did you buy and sell in 3 years?
To make money, do you have to sell?
Who
the
told you
property?
to do that?
Oh yeah.
Well, it just sounds weird, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you made?
It would have been close to just under 400,000.
Yeah.
So not too
In
bad
3
for
years.
3 years.
Wouldn't complain.
No, definitely
We
not.
weren't complaining.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So we bought the investment, sold the investment.
Yep.
Yeah, made just under 400 grand.
Yep.
Okay. And what else?
Sorry, before that, in end of 2023, when we moved away from Brisbane, we sold the owner OC.
Yep.
Again, pretty similar. So we bought for 482.
Yep.
Sold for 936.
Okay.
So
Did well out of that too.
not too shabby, yeah.
Yeah. No tax on that one
No.
within the 6 years.
Yep.
So now we've got the home sold, the investment sold. We've got a bucket full of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we've essentially put deposits down on 3 more
Wow.
investment properties.
So we're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And defence housing at the moment, subsidised housing, obviously being post Canungra.
Yep.
Yeah. We took a whole new, instead of obviously owning our property,
Yep.
rent vesting.
Yeah.
And it's been working for us fantastically.
Okay.
Obviously being more frugal with obviously budgeting. But yeah, that's definitely worked out for us.
Talk to me about budgeting, because I'm intrigued here, because you've gone on a pretty serious IVF journey, and a lot of families I first meet going through that process tend to spend wildly
Yeah.
on the kids.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever met anyone that's been through that, but they tend to spend absolutely wildly on the kids because they're so fortunate and blessed to have them here. They're like, I'm going to spoil them rotten and blah, blah, blah. And it's really, really intriguing to me, because that's the whole, stop buying your kids shit you never had, and just spend the time with them and enjoy, raise them.
Yeah.
How have you guys balanced budgeting and having a good life versus just spending everything you earn on your beautiful children?
The year that they came, I was a bit like that, like you
Okay.
just said,
Yep.
because obviously we were so blessed that they were here, wanted to give them everything. And then with each year, we have become more frugal with that.
Right.
Now that they're getting older, we'd like to give them, instead of things that they're going to grow out of,
Yep.
that they're going to throw away, that they're going to break, we'd
Yep.
like to go give them an experience.
Yeah.
Like it would be a pass to Dream World. We go every weekend to and it was $99.
Yeah. This is the whole,
Every weekend we go straight on 10 o'clock and we're there.
You're getting
for
your
making
money's
memories.
worth.
We're getting our money's worth.
Yeah.
But we're making memories and they have the best time.
Okay.
Like just little things like that.
That's pretty cool.
Like it's just, and it's things that aren't getting thrown out. It's for a whole year.
Yeah.
It's things that they enjoy. They ask to go.
I love. So you're focused now. So you were doing that, obviously, like
Yeah.
all the clothes and the brands and the things and the cute.
Not the
little-
brands.
not the
It was
brands?
more things like that. Well, I was still being frugal with buying things that were on sale. So in summer, a lot of the winter stuff goes on sale. So I'd buy for the next year, knowing that I was going to need that stuff. But I probably didn't need as lot as what I got.
Yeah.
I was more thinking I could potentially need it.
Okay.
But instead of being like just 1 or 2 jumpers or 2 pairs of tights, and then,
Gotcha.
but I was buying a bit more than what I should have.
Okay.
And then with the time, I was like, we'll go now into a multiples association, which is within Brisbane, and they do clothes swaps.
Right.
So now I go in to join them, and we'd swap our clothing for other people's clothing that their kids are now growing out of that we can then use.
Okay.
So it's now changing my perspective, and every year I swear I'm getting better and changing something.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's a little bit of a challenge in myself because I never used to be like this. I used to be a spender
Growing up?
growing up, yeah. And I think it's my family and the way I was growing up. Like it was just like they never really let us go without. And it was like, but I was never really taught the real value of money. But it
Right.
was, I knew they earned their money and they worked really hard for it. But I never really got shared within my childhood about how hard it could be or what we should be frugal with and all this kind of stuff. So
So you've gone from being the spender to being like you've cracked the whip in the budget
Yeah.
queen now.
I am a bit Craig. We're like, let's go out for breakfast. I'm like, no, I'm cooking. Like, we're not going out for breakfast.
And Craig, would you say spender or non-spender for you?
He doesn't really get to spend.
Okay.
Not-
moving
no.
right along. Minister for Finance.
Yeah.
And war if you don't behave.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nah, he has his triathlon, so he loves to spend on his like triathlon gear,
Bikes
and, stuff
and gear and
like
stuff,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Yeah. Okay. So household dynamics. So you've taken the role. You're managing the money and the budget and all that sort of stuff. And Craig, you're just doing as you're told, which is very smart, husband. Is that what's happening here?
Nah, he does manage the more property stuff as well because
okay.
The investment
he
side.
understands that a lot more than what I do.
Right.
But I understand the household
This is
stuff.
good. Okay, so you're managing the more analytical, complexy deductions, taxes, properties, expenses, etc. You enjoy that and get it, and you're more running the household cash flow data. I mean the rent and stuff. but
Appointments, medical stuff.
correct, yeah.
Yep.
What's
All of
going
their
on there?
fees, yep.
Yep. School. Okay, that's a good teamwork.
Yeah.
That's good. And you each enjoy your little sandpit.
Yeah.
It seems to be working.
Okay, I like it. Okay, do we always agree or disagree on the financial strategy? Like right now, compared to you, are we in the same boat, rowing the same stroke, same time, same direction, or have we got slightly different aspirations?
I think for the overall like investment strategy, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because it's been very successful so far.
Yep.
And we're working towards like that goal of ours, so can't complain. And then
Yeah.
just the day to day, that obviously helps fund the investing.
Okay. So, who likes the cafe breakfast spot?
Who doesn't?
Okay, yeah. I've never missed a breakfast in my life.
And I make a mean scrambled eggs. And I can
Okay.
make a mean brekkie wrap.
Okay.
And we've got a really great coffee machine.
So you're a bit stricter on that stuff.
I'm absolutely trying to be now.
Okay.
Like when Craig would suggest it, I'd be like, oh, that sounds amazing because then I don't have to cook because I normally am the
clean,
cook.
Yeah.
But I'm like trying to be more strict within myself. I'm like, no, I can't. Like I
Where
am
does this
gonna
come
cook.
from if you were the spender?
Yeah. Well, it was after our last REM, Casey really got into me as well. Like
Yes.
she's just like, no, you can be more frugal.
Yeah,
And
when
we're
you
on
asked her a question.
Yeah, when we asked her the question, and then we're obviously
She's pretty
put her
blunt
aside.
like me, actually. I have a lot of respect for her. She's like, you can do
I have
it.
So much respect for her.
Yeah.
And obviously you introduced us because with our last REM, you said that you would give us like a, what was it?
Meal plan?
The meal plan, yeah, onto her meal plan, which I ended up doing, and I just paid for it myself and it's been working for our family.
We're meant to pay for it.
No,
Yeah.
because I didn't even feel like it's been working.
Yeah,
Like,
but we were paying for it.
yeah,
I'm
well,
going to send a receipt.
no.
I'll just ask her. I've got your bank details anyway.
But it has been working, and like following her plans, like I don't have time to like add I'm using her meal plans that she gives us,
Yep.
but I'm not on it like with the fitness side of things.
You're just
of
doing
what,
the nutrition.
I'm just doing the nutrition because
So
the
you
meals are helping
So
for
you're
our
eating
family.
healthy,
Yeah.
but you've got structure, meal
Yeah.
plans, etc. So you're not trying to win a bodybuilding comp.
No.
But you're eating well and you've got structure.
Yeah, and it's helping me. Like there's some days where I probably won't have time or I'm poor time from that day being really big for me and the kids.
Yeah.
That it's Craig could log in and do it.
Okay.
But if he wanted to, but
So
yeah,
you stuck to that since when was that?
that was no
August.
August, September, October.
Yeah, it was August,
like
yeah.
Probably in month 3 of sticking to it, month 2 or 3.
Yeah,
That's good to hear.
yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's been more.
So
strict
something's
since.
lit a spark since then?
Our trip's coming up as well for next year.
Okay.
So it's like we're saving for that.
Yeah. So you're pretty purpose driven at the moment.
Yeah.
With very clear goals.
Yeah.
And you're going to do whatever you can to get there.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we're doing the right things to set ourselves up, especially for that trip coming up next year.
Was this always the dynamic? Like back in Canberra?
No.
No, I
God,
think we
no.
were both spenders back then.
So what's happened?
Our lives have changed. We're just doing so much better. Why wouldn't you change? Why wouldn't you better yourself and better your position?
So tell me, because you talk about it and this big grin on the face of your
Yeah.
life. You go, oh no, Canberra was like, there's a
Canberra was
dynamic and an
depressing.
energy about you guys, right? So talk to me about, I guess, explain how you flick that switch. How long does it take? So say when you started with the Infinity, you go, oh yeah, we were both spenders, right? We had the card and balance transfer. To then like, no, like why wouldn't you? Like it makes sense, it works, and if it works, you do it. Like how long for you guys as a couple, because everyone's different, how long did it take to have that shift?
I think when we joined Infinity, our budget was different because it was just the two of us then. It was just the two adults. So our budget was different. I think we were 600 of,
No, it was down to like 450.
was it?
Just for the
450,
two of
yeah.
us.
Okay, there you go. So it was completely different. Obviously, we upped it because we're paying food for kids now.
yeah,
It's
also,
completely different. Like our formula, it was then
Yeah.
formula we were paying for. And then, because obviously breastfeeding was hard for twins as well.
Yeah.
So we were doing dual feeds.
Yeah.
So that was expensive in itself. So then we upped the budget for that. And then I think we upped it to, 700 or seven. No,
It's like 750,
750 now.
800, and now it's down to
To
700.
750. Yeah, 700.
Okay. So how long? Because you've gone through a couple of phases, and there's just the you phase.
Yeah.
Then there's the you guys as a family evolution.
Yeah.
How
Newborn
hard have you
family, yeah.
found it each time to make those changes? Like from the spenders to you as
Mm.
a budget. How long was that change? How long did it take once we started?
It would have been, I think, a few months.
Okay. To really settle into it.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, like, we create the budget.
Yeah,
You
we
just
can't
give us the
force-
parameters.
I think that's the thing. We don't force you into it. You know,
No.
there's people out there that are, oh, this Graham guy's a fucking lunatic, and it's like,
Yeah.
I just give you a set of numbers.
Yeah.
You know it works and you do it and you're killing it compared to other people, or you don't do it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So it took, you think, a couple of months to ease into it?
Yeah, just to obviously input the structure first.
Yep.
And then sort of work out where our number was.
Yeah.
I think we we're pretty spot on to begin with as just us two.
Yeah.
And then we sort of went up and down when we had the girls
Okay.
and their changing needs.
And then when you've adjusted it with the girls, you said the first year was a bit loose.
Yeah, first year was a bit loose.
Okay. And then something's changed then too, and you're like, nah, right.
I think it's like I don't have to give them everything. They do have everything.
Yeah.
Like we are a beautiful family. Like
Yeah.
we do beautiful things with one another. It's just like I was in the mentality in that first couple of years. It's just like, oh, they're asking for it. Well, why not? Like it's
Yeah.
just something little. But then I was just like listening to other podcasts and listening to other families and relating to them. It's just like, no, like I can be more strict with them. Like
Okay.
they're 4 years old and they're starting to gain so much knowledge and see us
Yeah.
doing these things and like teaching them the ways of what we're doing. So now it's more structure
Okay.
and showing them that structure and being more
And they're happy and healthy,
They're
and no
still
one's
so
going without.
happy.
Okay.
still so happy. They don't need yogurt pouches anymore.
Like we'd rather than buying all that stuff they're just going to grow out of or break within a couple of weeks, couple of months, we'd rather put that money setting ourselves up so we can eventually set them up.
Apply your own oxygen mask first.
Exactly.
You guys got a big trip planned next year.
We do.
How long for?
It's like just under 7 months.
7 months.
Yeah.
So what? Talk about that. What's the plan? What's the trip? What's the plan?
So we've always wanted to do a bit of a lap or half lap around Australia.
Okay.
And next year it sort of just worked out with my work. So I'll sort of finish up at the start of June.
Yep.
And then go back till mid-January 2027.
Wow.
So we'll take the caravan that we shouldn't have.
Before we sell it.
Yeah.
One last hurrah for 6-7 months in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. So yeah, do a big trip, 6-7 months, and then we'll sell that off
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
because it is going to be expensive. Like,
Yeah.
so I'll be on long service leave. Some of that will be at half pay.
Yep.
Megan will be either
Annual leave or
yeah.
my position's being held at the company that I'm at. I've already had the talk with
Awesome.
my company, and they'll
Yeah.
hold it, and they'll just put someone else in the job for a while.
And for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially trying to save a bit now to offset that cost,
Yeah.
and then obviously selling the car and the van
Yeah.
will offset that as well.
When you get back.
Yeah.
Okay. Very exciting.
It is really
Yeah.
exciting.
And a good age for the kids as well.
It is. It's just before they start school. So
Yeah.
the year we get back is the year they start school. So it's a perfect time for them.
Yeah.
And we did a demo trip to WA quickly for 30 days around Christmas last year.
Okay.
And a quick drive to WA and a drive back. And they loved it. And we loved it as a family. Like,
Okay.
I think we connected so much more as a family on that trip. And it really excites me to
Really
go.
making memories.
Yeah.
It's moments and memory and experiences that are forming and shaping their life, your lives, but their
Yeah.
lives as well. I like it. I love it,
Yeah.
actually. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. The making memories is a bit of a theme. So, like, I think it was last year, we had a bit of a scare with one of our daughters. So it's definitely, we want to make the most of it while with the time that we have.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Tell me then, financially, what's the plan? So the trip coming up, which is fucking awesome, right? But beyond that, what's the plan financially? We've got a couple of investments now.
Yep.
We're doing pretty well. We're going to, obviously, we've got the benefit of defence housing, so that helps for now, so the rent vesting strategy. Do we want to continue to build? Do we want to settle and buy a family home? What's the broader plan now? Like, if you were putting me to work today, what do you need to see?
I think whilst we're still renting within defence, we still want to keep building our portfolio with investment properties. We don't see we need to buy a principal place of residence at the moment or a house at the moment because we don't need to be living in it. Like, we could be moving every 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point for
Okay.
us yet unless Craig decides to retire. That's when we need a home, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think definitely continue the strategy of buy one, sell that to buy two more,
Yeah.
Yep.
and just keep building.
It's like you've done on the first one. You've been pretty fortunate there.
Yeah.
Nearly 400 grand, you said. So that was only in, 3 years? 3 years?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. If we could replicate that shit, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And keep flipping one and pull a
Getting
couple of
two,
hundred
yeah.
and get into two and flip two and get into four. Okay. So we probably need to, because we're going to do a part 2 of this maybe just before or after the trip. We'll have to
Or on the
decide.
trip.
Or on the trip, yeah. We'll
On the trip.
zoom you in, yeah. We'll
Potty on the caravan.
Yeah, pod van. Okay, there you go. I'm not coming caravanning, but
Oh, that's all right. We can slap Infinity logo
yeah,
on.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you some hats and shirts, and I have to get some caravan stickers for early.
You really should.
No, that would encourage keeping them. Everyone knows I hate the caravan thing. Okay, so we'll have to do a part 2, but we really need to look then as well, whilst we still have our taxable incomes, about make sure our structure's right before we have like long service leave and all of that. Make sure we don't have anything settling, dropping in that period or after that, and then look a bit where to from here. So we look at what the current portfolio is. We've already turned some of it, and we just sort of reverse engineer what it looks like after the trip as well, maybe. So that will be cool. Yeah, we might have to do a dial in
Yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere weird.
Somewhere.
Somewhere weird.
Who knows where we'll be.
Yeah. So which part of Australia are you going to do?
Oh, we're heading up north. So Cairns
Okay.
and up to Northern Territory and stuff like that. Going kind of like across to Darwin.
Yep.
Then going down the middle.
Yep.
This is all rough.
Yep.
And then South Australia is where we'll end up and kind of going around the coastline to Melbourne.
Okay.
We have our friend's wedding in Fiji in November next year.
Oh, in the middle of it all.
In the middle of it all. Yeah. Still trying to work out if we can make
You
that
got to
happen, but I think we're
park
kind
the
of
van up somewhere.
in Melbourne, yeah.
Oh, you'll be in Melbourne then, you
We'll
think?
be in Melbourne, so because we're heading to Tassie as well.
We know plenty of people in Melbourne you can park the van up.
Yeah, I was
If you
thinking we should reach out to everyone
Port
in
Macquarie, you could have just left it at Doug and Letitia's place. They've got this beautiful riverfront old winery they bought to retire in a place called Bob's Creek. And I reckon half the community have gone and vanned and gone sailing and camped out there. And it's awesome. They've got people coming and going all the time.
We may have to stop in there on the way back.
100% reach out to
Might
Doug
have to
and
reach
yeah,
out.
definitely. And pop in and we'll be down at the holiday house at Dumbarton. You can say good day on the way through. Beautiful part of the world, by the way. But there's so many people in the community who said, hey, we're going to be in Melbourne next month or this, has anyone got somewhere we could park up and make sure it's secure? I don't think you'll have a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll cost you a cent.
Yeah,
I think there'll be plenty of people to help you out there.
absolutely. And then, after that, doing Tassie for maybe a month and then just beelining it straight home for Craig to start the job, girls starting school, me
Don't
starting
miss
back
out
at
too
work.
much on that New South Wales coast. Don't be lying.
We do a lot of New South Wales
Oh,
coast.
okay.
So, we can always go back
I suppose
to
have
it.
you done a bit of that when you're in Canberra as well? You would have done
yeah, we did.
Ulladulla, Mollymook, that sort of southern.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went across to like Kiama,
Yeah.
Wollongong, and then down the coast.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So you've already done a fair bit of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just bypass it then.
Well, Craig used to live in Sydney as well, so it's not like we're ever going back there. We got to visit his mum.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay. So the family home isn't really a priority until you go, you know what, okay, maybe I'm exiting Defence Force one day and retiring.
Yeah.
But we're going to lose that benefit. Now we need the family home. Then we'll sort of maybe, I guess, adjust the strategy and turn to, okay, let's look at the portfolio. What's served us really well, okay. Okay, let's liquidate that to acquire the family home and let's hopefully maintain this chunk of the portfolio, yeah?
Yeah, I think probably the earliest we would look at getting a PPR would be when the girls sort of reach that high school age.
Yeah.
Because that's when you don't want to be moving your kids around, like from school to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like primary school, not so much
Yeah.
of an issue, but definitely high school.
Yeah.
Definitely want to keep them in the one school.
How do you control that, but if you keep getting deployed and redeployed and moved around and...
So if Craig was to go somewhere, I would stay unaccompanied.
Right.
And Craig would obviously continue on wherever he needs to go, and then I
Yeah.
can stay wherever the girls need to be, and that would stay. Same with my career. Like if
Yeah.
it's doing really well here on the Gold Coast, I would love to stay.
Okay.
That's kind of where I am at the moment. It's doing.
You're off to work, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where he wants to stay. That's where he wants to stay.
Fair enough. Well, that'll be important on the journey to sort of pre-plan that, but a bit ahead of schedule, like you say, going, okay, there's that transition period from primary school to high school, and it's tough for kids these days. So you want to get that settled school catchment and all that. So it's a really good point. Okay. Tell me, what advice could you give to someone tuning in about your journey, what you've learned on the journey? What have you found to be really important to go from where you were, spenders, years ago, to still spending a bit on the kids? And don't blame you, obviously, the struggle before you had them. But then to like, no, I'm gamifying this shit. This is serious. Like, we're pretty serious. And we're going to create memories and moments and have an amazing lifestyle, but we're not going to spend our money on shit. Because that's a very structured life, but you're having a beautiful life. You're not struggling. You're not going with it. Because everybody thinks budget means diet, go without, you're broke. It doesn't. So what tips and experiences could you share for people tuning in to help them on their journey? Like, say, for example, at the moment, their credit card, balance transfer, can't meet minimum payment, like they're drowning and they think, oh, there's no way out of this. Yet they still put takeaway on the credit card. They still buy coffee out. Then they get paid, they pay the card and they're in that vicious cycle.
Yeah.
What advice could you give those people from your journey?
I think the first step is the hardest step. So once you take that leap, you'll just like your financial literacy will grow and you'll understand why you're making these moves, for what purpose, and you'll see the results.
Yeah.
As you can see from our story and many of the other Infinity family stories, everyone's working on their path. Everyone's path is different, but they all took that first step and it's all been to the great benefit.
What if and it doesn't have to be Infinity, it can be anyone. There's some great firms, there's some pretty average firms, but
Yeah.
could be anyone out there who's good at what they do. What if I'm too scared to ask for help? What if I'm too far gone?
Well, what's the worst you could say? No.
Good point.
Like what you've got to try. Like, why wouldn't you just want to try? Put your foot in the door.
Did you guys expect to be where you are financially today? Did you expect your first investment to do so well, to be where you are today?
I didn't expect us to be where we were today this early on.
Okay.
I thought we would get there, but
Yeah.
not where we are today.
Yeah, I think definitely we're ahead of where we thought we
Yeah.
would be.
Okay. That's good.
If I was to look back on our goals, I'd probably laugh and be like, oh, we smashed that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think if we looked back at the masterclass like goals
Yeah.
for
In your
5-10
booklet,
years,
It's like-
we've probably already hit that.
we
Okay.
we thought our goals, we really set kind of some low goals if we're thinking about it. We could have hit
But
some
you could have
really
thought bigger.
large. Yeah, we could have thought so
So-
much bigger.
So is it safe to say for those people that are just drowning at the moment or can't see the forest that you don't know what you don't know?
Yeah.
And to maybe give it a crack and think a bit bigger. Go and talk to
100%.
an expert.
Like, it's a free webinar. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
Jump on.
if you don't want to go see someone, do our free shit. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you get a lot from our free shit. I get messages every day like, hey, I'm 63 grand ahead of my loan just from you. And I'm like, oh, when did you do the masterclass? They're like, no, it's just from your free webinar. And I'm like, fuck.
I'm giving out too much of
I'm
my
giving
stuff
out
for
way
free.
too much for free. But that's good, right? Like,
It is good.
Like, and we can't help everyone. So, like, the percentage of people that come through, happy days. But
Yep.
I guess I'm hearing, if even you guys, you didn't expect to be where you are today,
No.
but you've done it pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like what Craig's just said, you've really just got to give it a go.
What's been hard? What's been hard on the journey? Like, was it hard to go? You said it took a couple of months for structures and this and that. Like, was it hard to try to go cold turkey into a budget, or was it hard to adjust the budget? Is there anything that's been hard along the way?
I think the budget was one of the things that I found hard in the first few years, because obviously it did change and it did fluctuate between children, us just being a couple, and then obviously the girls as they grow older, they need different stuff. So that's something, even changing it recently, like it is a little bit hard to look at what we need now, but like it's a good hard. Like
Yep.
everyone's going to find that hard.
Usually hard.
Yeah. So
I think also along the lines of like the financial literacy, it's hard to hear all this sort of contrarian information when everyone around you is going down this one path saying,
Everyone's
yeah,
saying
do
the same
this,
thing.
hold on to the house, yeah, keep it as an investment property, when you're saying, no, that's like the worst thing you can do. So it's very hard to hear that. But then once you sort of actually look into it and see the data, see the results, it all makes sense. It's all sort of common sense now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Everyone's doing the same thing. Everyone's advising. A lot of people are telling a lot of people to do the same thing. They're all getting the same result,
yeah.
which isn't that great? Yet we consistently seem to be getting a different result. So I think whoever you're getting advice from, rely on the data.
Yep.
And the data needs to be proven by someone who's actually done it, like multiple customers, because I'm tending to hear from everyone, like community as well. You get to sit and talk to or meet all these. I mean, you're out of the room for the tequila shot, sorry, but
I know, devastating.
we'll make up for that. But I think it is important to have that social proof or proof in society of people who've actually done it. You want, if not your advisor, you want to talk to 5 or 10 of their clients that's done. I think that helps because you're making big decisions about selling an old home or selling a caravan. You need to know that it works. You can look at the numbers on a page, but how has that actually applied practically for another family? That's very important. Like the meal thing, right?
Yeah.
When you ask that question, in case it's like, well, yeah, I can help you, but don't bullshit yourself. It's pretty fucking simple. And you're like, oh, I don't know.
Yep.
And now you're saying like, wow, it's pretty simple.
It is simple.
And she's a busy lady.
She's
She's a weapon.
hectic lady. An absolute superwoman,
Yeah.
seriously.
She messaged me the other night at 10:30 at night. She's got her corporate investigation
Yep.
job, and she's out doing something and messaging me telling her about all the people she's doing another fitness thing for. She
I
goes,
saw
oh, hey,
that.
G, if it's okay with you. And Nick's done the same. They're like, we're going to slip in our own fitness thing and our own, because usually Infinity puts up all the prize money.
Right.
So, and then they run it all. And they're like, oh, do you mind if we just slip one in so everyone's fucking healthy and feel great for Christmas? And I'm like, it's not my fucking money, go for it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wow, that's wild, because she's putting up that money. Nick's doing one as well. He's putting up, and it's like they're putting up their own money to make sure everyone's in a better position.
That's fantastic.
And like, I don't think they're going to make money out of that because they're going to need a gazillion people to sign up to give back that 3, 4, 5, whatever they're giving back. But they just love it.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it is pretty
Which
cool.
is good too because I don't have to get involved in it all the time. I'm so busy. But no, I seen another big people jump on the bandwagon. But she's a busy lady.
Yeah.
Busy lady. Like, I don't think you'd ever get an excuse out of her.
Oh, my hat goes off to her. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. And obviously, they're a family of 5. They got the 3 kids,
Yep.
and the 2 of them, both fitness and
Both jobs, both businesses, both
It's
other jobs.
Hectic.
Yeah.
Like, and they are just amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, listening to her and having a conversation with her, especially at that last room, really made me realize I can be a bit more stricter within all that kind of stuff.
So do you think we're all cruising a little bit in life, but we like to pretend how busy we are? Because you're obviously very structured now after that conversation and
Yeah.
interaction. Somebody who is structured, and not saying you weren't structured, but someone's given you maybe an improved structure.
Yeah.
Like in an area that you were struggling with. And I think that's really important because just success leaves clues.
Yeah.
If somebody else can do it as a bigger household with double jobs and this and that, go pick their brain.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes
Go
it a
talk
bit-
to that person that's inspiring you because it
Yeah.
will just better you for your future.
I love that. That's so cool. That's filtered through the community.
Mm.
Have you guys been to any community days yet?
We're coming to one.
This week? Thursday?
The Gold Coast one.
Gold Coast one?
Yeah.
Is it this
Yeah.
week? Next week?
No, I think next week,
In
the
a few
20th.
weeks,
20th,
yeah.
that's the 20th of November. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're taking the kids to that one.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
There've been some big ones.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
They cater for everything from face painting and dino nuggets to bloody beers and wine. It's got like the whole jumping castles. It's like the kids are good, the adults are good. It's all happening. A Christmas party?
Yes, we're absolutely
definitely.
going to the Christmas party.
Kmart, Salvo.
Absolutely. We've already made our donation and we're going to take the girls shopping at Kmart to choose
Yes.
some toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're probably not of an age to really understand yet, do you think?
I don't know. I think if we have the conversations that we're giving stuff, because we donate some of their toys at the moment. Like we go through when they have a birthday and family gives them
Okay.
stuff. We get rid of some old stuff and then we end up donating it. So
Yeah.
I think we will, and obviously
This-
when
the
their
sort of-
friends have birthdays, we talk about that's for giving. You're giving.
Okay, so they're starting to understand. That's a good age for them to sort of start to understand.
Yeah.
There might be some tears, I think, when they pick out toys,
But then have
they
to
don't
do-
actually get the
Get
toys.
them? Yeah. That's why I'm asking you, like, are they at that age for the lesson? Because a bit younger, there's like the tantrum of I just picked the toy, I want the toy, versus the leaving it at the tree at the front of the store. So
No, it's a learning lesson for everyone.
yeah. Good luck. I'll take the tips from you guys later. Have you got your outfits for the party yet?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think you do. I do.
No, I haven't even
I'm
thought about it.
Yeah, I'm sorted.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Oh, dear. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild.
Well, give me so this morning, we're at $721,000.
That's amazing. I knew it got to 700.
Yeah. So what's your guess for what we'll get to by Chrissy?
Oh.
Yeah, because last year was 200 plus then the contribution of the shop, the presents and that. I think we donated about another 48 or 50, which was super cool because Kmart matched it as well. So it was about 250 last year. This year I said let's do 500 grand and 5,000 presents because I'm like, well, if we get 3,000-4,000 people at the Christmas party and everyone brings a present or two, few people,
Yeah.
there's 5,000 presents on the day. You know what I mean? Plus, clients nationally are sending in receipts and they're already heading into Kmart with their kids and stuff. I'm like, we might do 10,000 presents. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's your guess for we hit the 500,000 in like 4.5 days.
I think you're going to get well over the 100K mark.
I reckon about 850.
No.
You reckon another 100?
You reckon over a mil?
I reckon.
A mil? Oh, I don't know about that.
850, I think.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like 850 is amazing.
Because we went like 5 in under 5 days, like boom, you know what I mean? That's wild. There was a lot of really highly valued business associates in there. So solicitors, accountants, financial planners, all sorts of builders, everyone chipped in pretty quickly. And then the clients have all come in hard too, and thousands of clients. I'm like, I don't know. I'm sort of thinking we might stop at 750. I don't know. 750, 800?
I don't think so.
850?
I reckon around 9 then.
9?
I reckon it's going up there.
Okay, all right. We'll see. Well, actually, maybe we'll do it live at the Christmas party. We'll do another little push. Everyone would be
I reckon
sick by then.
100%.
Everyone whipped out their phone and did $20 or
If you're
something.
giving tequila shots out, there's 100% people who are going to be donating.
I should charge for the tequila shots, but not keep the money. I should donate it.
Yes, 100%.
Beck came out with infinity bombs. So you know the new drinks? Have you seen the new energy drinks?
The
we
Nexus
got?
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
send
got
everyone?
delivered some.
So you know when you're younger, they have Jaeger bombs. So you pour the can of Red Bull in,
Stop.
and then you drop the Jaeger in the middle. Beck's, because she loves tequila, she's like, infinity bombs. You pour a can of infinite energy instead of Red Bull, and you drop a shot of tequila in the middle.
Yep.
That's dangerous.
Maybe maybe we should do those for charity or something. Or I don't know.
100%.
I'll come up with something cool that isn't on the like open bar, and it'll be like, hey, if you have one of these, but you
It's
got to show
donated.
it.
All money's
it's
donated
$10
to-
to Kmart
yeah.
or something. I'll come up with something cool for sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
So, but man, power of community.
It's absolutely amazing. I
Like-
think we were on the masterclass.
The ma'am.
The ma'am. And like we were just
Climbing.
yeah, it was just climbing.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, like they all running, all the team were running in, just absolutely proud and
Yeah,
pumped.
that's
That it was
pretty
just
special.
so in like 20 minutes it jumped like to near 700, and it was like insane.
Yeah, it's a weird community. I don't know
It's
if
an infectious community.
Yeah,
It's absolutely stunning.
It is like everyone's talking to each other, and hey, how do I do food, and how do I
Yeah.
do health, and how do I, and where do I leave my caravan? It's pretty cool.
It is amazing, and everyone
cool.
supports everyone.
Yeah,
Absolutely, everyone has your back.
yeah,
Everyone's wanting you to achieve good things
yeah.
and amazing things, and they
Sometimes we
support you.
Sometimes Beck and I got to stop and pinch ourselves and go, what have we created?
You guys have created something so freaking amazing.
So much more than just a finance company.
Yeah, it is. It gets a bit because you think we can direct like the Kmart thing this year because we started early. I kept harassing them, like, where's my link? Where's my link? And they're like, settle down, mate. Like, you'll get it soon. I'm like, where's the link? Because I wanted to make sure that funds and presents were deployed early. Like even this year with the Christmas party, it's November. Because I want to make sure, like they took truckloads away from SeaWorld last year. I want to make sure they get to the Salvos depot and they get, you know, distributed all over the place. And so same as the cash, I don't want it to sit in a bank account. I want to make sure they've got food hampers and they're giving, you know, I want to like make sure those resources are deployed.
Yep.
But yeah, it's getting wild. Like everyone's saying to me, they're going, if you don't crack a mill this year, I'll be very surprised. But next year, it's got to be over a mill. I'm like, can't come out and say we're going to raise a mill. Like that's wild. Well, but I reckon we could do it.
Well, look what you've achieved this year.
Yeah, I'm getting the
Like-
fuzzies. It's pretty cool. So, well, I'm really excited for you guys to go do that. You're doing the shop with the kids? You said?
Yeah, we
Yeah, we want to do the shop
Yeah.
with the kids. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Send in the receipts and we'll add it to the tally, and yeah, it'd be really cool. And share it on socials. Like if one of your family or friends, like that's the mission for us. Like
Yeah.
if one person sees every person in our community with that bit of kindness,
Yeah.
this thing can go viral. Like I just think there's got to be this one day of the year when no one goes without.
Yeah.
And I also talked to mum about it. It's mum not feeling like she'd let me down at Christmas, if that makes sense. Like the single parents doing it tough. It's not just the kid getting the present, it's the parent actually feeling like everything's okay that day too. So it's a big impact.
I remember when I was a child, actually, we were in a full drive club with my family, my mum and dad, and I was on a day with the club, and we actually delivered some of the gifts to the families, like the club did, and it was absolutely just so lovely to see those families get those gifts, get those hampers, and it was really special as a child to see that.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I still take with me to this day.
Yeah, you'll never forget it.
No.
It's that random act of structure, not random, but that act of kindness.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we're going to do a part 2 of this as well. We're going to maybe on travel or pre-post travel as well and see what we're doing with portfolios and stuff. And maybe we'll do a sell that dog podcast at the end of the trip or something. No, you can tell the trip.
the caravan
We're never
up
selling the van. It was amazing. And I'll be like, fuck. But
No,
so
we
definitely.
definitely said we were selling it.
We're definitely going to do a part 2. But tell me, while we're here, have you guys got any questions for me while we're here today?
Yeah, we do.
Cool.
What's one of the most surprising things that you've learned through all your clients throughout all the years that you've been doing this?
One of the most surprising things I'd say is, and it's not surprising, but it's how resilient and determined human beings can be and what we are actually capable of. Like I've seen in 25 years, the worst of the worst. So actually, I'll give you two answers to this. One is the level of turnaround somebody can have from catastrophic spender, skeptic, no way, I'm not listening to the like forget it, like the worst of the worst, borderline bankrupt, to completely flipping to be capable of like 5, 6, 7 investments pay off a house. Like that's surprise, not anymore, but that's probably one of the most surprising things along the journey of how vast the turnaround can be.
Yeah.
That's definitely probably the most surprising one, because you think, okay, there's a level of getting out of the shit to being okay, but the turnarounds are just, you meet some of these people, you've met them, right? It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And that fills me up. And every day I'm still like, I even look at stuff and I know the numbers, but I don't think that the human's capable of seeing it through for a lengthened period of time. But you all do. You're like, any position you come, you don't just have a crack. You gamify it. You become addicted to, like, there's like this almost militant style, like, boom, you guys just run with it. It's wild. Like,
Yeah.
that's become a bit surprising to me, because on the flip side, I also still am surprised daily by people that want help but are not prepared to do the work.
Yeah.
That's still so, because we get people, we sign them with some, we slip through and we're like, yep, we approve the application, and then they just flake off.
Right. Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm not getting my value. It's like, you're not following a budget. Look at your spend. It's like,
Yeah.
why did you sign up if you're not going to follow what's proven to work? So I think there's two big surprising things in there. There's the people that you just think would absolutely, like, yeah, we'll get you from really bad to good, but these people go to glory. Like, they smoke it, and it's like, fuck. Like, and you hope that for people, but you don't expect it.
Yeah.
And then there's the flip side. I still get surprised at people that go through the process, invest in it, time, energy, resources, money, and then just don't fucking stick to it.
Yeah.
Though both of those, like, still really surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you definitely see that, like, especially like you said, the clients that absolutely smash it, and like they share that as well with some of their stories, and even clients are like, we've not smashed it like as far as quickly as what they have, and it's just, I'm so proud,
Yeah.
like to even like hear that someone can achieve that stuff so quickly.
And I think it's good. Everyone's so proud of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also weird because, you know, if you go to ABC Home Loans, they don't have any sense of community. You're just a client of the person who wrote your loan. And that's fine. That's a business. It's a service. But yeah, we just made a decision to develop this sense of community where everyone's in it together. Everyone helps each other. And it's, I don't know, it just happened. It's weird. It's weird, but it's good. Everyone's so happy for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
What else?
What else can you think of to pick my brain while you've got me today?
How do you balance the emotional side of buying property but also investing?
The emotional side of buying. So as in, do you mean like
Making a smart investment.
oh yeah, really hard. I was really good at it forever, ever. I'm still good at it, but I have made some more emotional decisions lately because I can afford to. Those emotional decisions are a bit more difficult. Like, you know, we spent 11 million on an apartment at Burleigh, and we didn't even know what we were going to do. Now we're living in it at the moment, but we didn't know what we were going to do because we moved out of our home. Like, we'll move into it. Do we like apartment living on the beach or not? That was an emotional decision. It's a branded residence. So it's the Mondrian Hotel, but there's a residence tower. We have room service, but we're in the residence tower. So I can order 2 poached eggs and a coffee on the room service QR code, and it's upstairs within 30 minutes to the room, and have breakfast on the balcony looking at the beach. So it's like, tough gig.
Tough.
So that was actually purchased potentially as an investment, because branded residences, I believe, are going to be one of the biggest things. I'm going to do some content on it soon and actually film and go, hey, guys, just be aware, whether it's a 1-bedroom or a 4-bedroom or penthouse, branded residences are going to become a big thing in Australia. They're very big overseas, like Ritz-Carltons, not so much Hiltons here, but where you actually have hotel resort brands with a hotel tower and a residence tower.
Yeah.
And the residents get to live as if they're in a hotel. So the cleaning's done by the hotel at a fee. I can pull up at the valet and walk up the lift, and they drive into the basement for me and park the car in my car park. Plug in your EV if you got an EV.
Yeah.
Do your dry cleaning, room service, so day spa down. So all those sorts of things are like wild. Now people bought properties in there for like 700-800 grand back in the day when it was off the plan, and they're worth millions now. So it's the old story of nothing gets cheaper, but that emotional, because I bought into that very much emotional, or I guess you'd say ego driven, a bit of, I really wanted to have one of those branded residences, maybe to live in, maybe to flip as an investment. But it's very hard that you have to, when you're investing, it's business. You're providing a service which is a roof over another family's head that couldn't afford to do it themselves with all of the outgoings, the debts, the loans. So you are providing a service, but it has to be commercial and kind, but commercial. Typically, you say to people, you're not going to live in it, just completely detach. Like most of my stuff is just all bought on numbers and information, not going and inspecting even, or going to the site if it doesn't exist yet. It's all just done off the data. And that helps you, because if you walk through it, you're like, oh, it's lovely, and you pay more, or you're walking, oh, that's shit, and you don't buy it, but it could have been a great transaction.
Yeah.
So you really have to have that, almost that sense of detachment, and remove yourself from the transaction, so to speak, from any of the emotion. It's very hard. I've been great at it for years, but I've been a little bit more emotional of late.
Yeah.
But it is hard. It is hard. So how? I would say takes time, it takes practice. It's definitely a decision you have to make to say, yes, I'm going to be a commercially minded investor and detach from the transaction and just look at, like you guys did with your Queensland property. It's, hey, we probably wouldn't live there. There's nothing wrong with the area. It's a booming area now, but that's a great area where there's land available. You've bought land, paid a little bit of stamp duty. You've created a great dual occupancy from memory, I think it was. Yep. And you've been able to sell that to another family or another investor and get a great premium. Happy days, right? That was purely commercial for you, and it's put nearly 400 grand in your family's pocket.
Yeah.
Whereas had I said to you, guys, go out and find an investment property you want to buy for 7 or whatever it was you paid, you would have come back, oh, could we spend 820? Oh, we found this play. Oh, this is, it would have went on for months. And you get that analysis paralysis as opposed to just enter the market, let time do its thing.
Yep.
So that result for you is a really good example of detach and just do the numbers, which is where we stepped in and went, here's the numbers, here's option A, B, C. So for you, it was just commercial. You had to trust, but you went through the data and it's worked for you. That's a really good example of how it can work. It can also not work. But I say if we let you go shopping, you would have been looking for things that you want to live in, or could you see yourself there, or 100%. Who would your tenant be? So I think you've got to remove any of those things where you start to feel about the asset, whether it's property or whatever it is, art, whatever, wine. You've got to not have feelings. You've got to have data.
Don't get warm and fuzzy with it.
Do not get warm and fuzzy with it.
I think that the investment property you just spoke about, that was a bit of an eye-opener as well. Like, we're never going to live in it. So what does it matter, the colour of the walls, the colour of the curtains? So that was something that we had to detach from as well.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But once you get good at it after the first one or two, you realise that's where the money's made. My best money is made from the ones I'm detached from. The ones I'm attached to, I've put extra benches in, like thicker benches and fancy this, and I don't make as much money. It's a good question. What else?
The other one was, what trends are you noticing in the property market?
Ooh, the branded residence.
Yeah, I was thinking you kind of just answered that with that.
The branded
one.
residence, I think, is going to become a good one. Now, branded resident isn't something for the mid to average socioeconomic family, because they're always going to have a bit of a price point and a bit of prestige to them, but something for people to work to, or a higher net worth or mid-tier investor. Definitely picking up 1 or 2 bedroom apartments in branded residences. Also communities. There's a big shift to community. So gated community, the community you're within. So, complexes now where it's a gated community. They might have security in the community, going around at night on a car or a golf cart. They've got the parks inbuilt, or the water park inbuilt. They've got the cafe, the daycare. So I think we're seeing a real shift to, and traffic congestion these days and all that sort of stuff. I think we're going to see big shifts to holistic, inclusive communities in the sort of house and land space where everything is pretty much there. The little medical centre, the little newsagent, the chemist, the schools, etc., daycare, and sport and rec and parks, open space, as well as branded residents. I think they're two big shifts. I think we already are seeing a really big shift to going up. The great Australian dream of the house and the yard, if you want to say the white picket fence and kids playing cricket in the back, lots are getting smaller with affordability issues. I've seen some really great stuff from some really key leaders in the development construction space over some presentations lately saying like developers have a duty and governments to actually allocate a percentage of all land and apartments to affordable housing. So imagine if every building or every land subdivision that was getting produced that was profitable had to allocate 10 or 20% to affordable, it would increase supply straight away for affordable dwellings. Now, less margin for them, but I've heard some of the most influential developers speak about their civic, ethical, moral society duties to do that, but they might need some assistance to do that, i.e. if they're doing 100 blocks that are 600 square metres, but they're not allowed to build 250s or 300s, what if the government or councils or the planning scheme, what if they were allowed to chop up 20% of the site into blocks that were 250 and do terrace homes? And then the young first homeowner or families could get into those terrace homes in the estate at the beginning, and then there's still the bigger blocks for the family that can afford it at the back. So I think we'll see some shifts to what I'd say is like blended communities, like affordable. I'm not saying I'll put housing commission everywhere, but I think you'll see some real shifts to affordable housing being part of approved development approvals moving forward. I think that would be a great initiative as well.
Yeah.
Is that nationally, those communities you speak of, or is it more sort of that southeast Queensland?
I think everywhere. I think there needs to be a push for it nationally. We've got a crisis, right? But the other thing we're seeing is trade crisis. You know, if you're in Perth, brickies are probably $3.50 to lay a brick right now. Pre-COVID, it was $1.50. They got to $2.50. Perth's double brick, and they're $3.50 a brick. So they're making 1 to 2 times as much per brick, and they're doing twice as many bricks per house. So, and again, there's no, and I'm not picking on brickies, they work bloody hard, but there's no justification for it. What's happening is that there's just no labour. And we keep talking about migration and skilled labour, but we're not importing skilled labour because we haven't solved the crisis. If we wanted to, right, we'd be importing bricklayers, carpenters, chippies, tilers, and that sort of thing. At the moment, you try to get work done on a house, the quotes are wild, and they're just hoping that you just say yes, and they'll just take the most profitable job.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's really scary. So otherwise, we're going to get into these, and I've watched them and I've studied them. They've got these bricklaying robots and concrete robots, and you know they've got all these machines now that can build houses alone instead of hundreds of trades. We'll get to that point. Now, the other issue, but probably half of a house when we're building it is mostly tax. There's a lot of crap that could be removed to make housing more affordable. But I'll tell you what I think one of the big tricks could be. Fuck off Airbnb tomorrow. Because if you think about our housing crisis right now, when I grew up, if you went away, you stayed at the Motor Inn or the Caravan Park or the cheaper hotel, the Star Inn or whatever, the Mantra, right? I do not think society needs Airbnb.
Yep.
Personal opinion, but also semi-professional opinion, because I've started to look, and I'm going to get Dr. Model some data. If we were to scrap Airbnb tomorrow in Australia, I don't think any property owner, when we have a housing crisis, needs to charge thousands of dollars, say it's $500 a night for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, when someone could have went to a hotel for a similar price.
Yeah.
The hotels keep people employed from maintenance, engineering, room service, hospitality, like all these jobs that always have. I don't think Airbnb benefits society.
Yeah. That's such a good point.
I could be wrong, but I'm starting to model it to actually want to put it together and actually have some data around this early in the new year. over the last couple. It's always good to do stuff at the year end, a calendar off in year. And I think, and I don't know the numbers yet, but if we put every little 1-bedroom unit that's been in Airbnb back on the market, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and people are going to hate me for saying it, rent values will drop overnight. Because you'll flood the market with supply. And I'll give you a real life example where this idea came from for me. When COVID was coming on through Melbourne apartments died in the arse, especially in the city, right? Because of COVID, because there was no one Airbnb. They flooded the market with permanent rentals, and the Melbourne apartment market rents died in the arse. It's a perfect example of why this could work. Okay. They also just did this in Spain, in Barcelona. So they come out politically in Barcelona and said no more Airbnb in Barcelona. Rents dropped 9% overnight. Very interesting. Because everybody instantly has to go to market and get a full-time family or tenant. So I'm getting a bit passionate about, I call it a brain fart. You know, I have these brain farts. I need to go model it. I could sound like an idiot right now, but I'm going to go model it. And my gut tells me if we cut Airbnb tomorrow, people go, oh, but you can't tell me what to do with my property if I can get a great rental return. Houses are for humans. I think you can make a good ethical moral return out of a long-term permanent tenant. It will, if we did this nationally, and it could have to be staged, if we did this nationally, it would drop rents overnight because there'd be so many more properties to rent. You'd have to drop your rent to get a tenant.
Yep.
Tick. Now, it would drop values temporarily, and I don't know, I'll have to model. It could be a 5 or 10% drop in key areas, like say Melbourne apartments where there's heaps of Airbnb, or cities, right? Brisbane. It could drop values 3, 5, 10%. It could drop rents 5, 10%. I'll model it and get Doc to look at it. But I can tell you, it will drop rents. It will create competition. Everyone's scrambling to get a permanent tenant. Just in the first period, once everyone's got a tenant, it will normalise.
It will smooth out.
Yeah, it'll smooth out. I don't think we need Airbnb.
Yep.
Unless you can tell me hotels everywhere in Australia are fully booked, which they're not.
Hotels won't cancel on you either. Airbnb, they can
There's
cancel on you last minute.
There's no hidden camera. There's no person's fucking food in the fridge. There's no creepy person hiding in a secret room. You're not sleeping in somebody. I just don't think we need it. And I could be wrong, and maybe people will blow up in the comments, but I mean, I might do some polls and go, I'll put some data and start testing it and talking about it more.
Yeah.
But I reckon we could have a good crack at not solving. We can't build enough homes quick enough. We don't have the materials, supplies and trades. Okay, and it's wildly expensive. Let's flood the market with what we've got.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go, I'll go get the data. I'll come back to you on it. But
I'll be interested to see.
I reckon it's something to run to ground and go, you know what? We've got a gap of, just say we've got a gap of 100 homes, and if we canned Airbnb, we can plug 60. Well, fuck, we're 60% better off for families in Australia.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, everyone will be pissed off that rent. Maybe we make a rule and it's over 6 months. Maybe the politicians say, hey, you've got 6 months to normalise Airbnb and we don't fucking cop it in Australia anymore. And maybe each state does it at a different time. But over the period of a year or two, that would stop rents from dying overnight and value. Because a lot of those investors will go, fuck that amount of property. I want the 3 days at 500 rent, the 1,500 rent. If I'm going to go back to 700 a week, I'm going to sell it. I don't think anyone needs to profit that high. I think it's okay for investors to take debt, take risk, profit from a home and put a family in it. I don't think you need to make that's a 5%, 4% yield. You get tax deductions for taking the risk. I don't think anyone needs to make 1,500 a week and make a 10, 12% yield out of a rent. Because it's still a home at the end of the day. I don't know. I'm going to run this to ground. I reckon it could help.
I think it absolutely will make a massive difference.
It's a big chunk,
Yeah.
but it has to be done when you let politicians and the policy writers do this. It can break. You need like a series of people, maybe 20 Grahams and 5 Doc Wilsons and real estate experts and gurus, and then economists and astrologists. I don't know, because some economists make astrologists look good with their fucking predictions. They're that wrong. But I think we need to get the right group of people to model it and go, yeah, if we started in, where's the worst crisis? It's New South Wales, Sydney. Let's start there. Pull Airbnb out. You would get people that are forced to live at home with mum and dad in Western Sydney now being able to rent a 1-bedroom apartment in Sydney or share with a friend in a 2-bedroom apartment on a normalised rent. They wouldn't have to commute an hour and a half on the train.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll fix it.
Yeah.
It'll go a long way anyway.
It'll definitely help.
It'll help. So, yeah. It's good questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything
The
else?
last one was only to see what you enjoy most about all these conversations that you have with your clients.
I enjoy the journey because then I get to watch them all back when I'm in the gym or when I'm traveling and download them all. So I get to watch them all back and I'm like, oh, and I get to go and play with strategy in there. So quite a lot comes out of these because from what you do say and what you don't say, and I get a better feel for people in that time together. And then we go off and get to play with your current strategy and have an evolution of it.
Yeah.
So if you notice and you watch Casey and Lenny's first podcast to second, or like if you watch Brooke and Brent Imrie's first, second, to like the journeys, that's cool because then like you get to play with it and go, oh, okay, so when they get back from traveling, we fuck off the van, we do like, and the brain starts ticking with the team, and the team all get to watch them as well. So yeah, I kind of like that evolution now for when we do the next episode, like 2.0 for you guys. That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it either.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what we do.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask any questions?
No, I think you've covered it.
Okay.
They were very good questions.
Thank you.
Well, you should be very proud of yourselves, one, and two, and also so very proud like to stand up and ask questions like that at REM, and then have someone like Casey, and that's to say it's surprising what people are capable of, and it's surprising that I've seen people get up and ask what you've asked and do nothing with the knowledge. So you should be very proud of yourselves to actually see it through and take hold of what's available. You know, there's the community, there's the podcast, there's your actual coaches, your team. Like to take hold of all of it is a bit of a job.
Yeah.
You got to be serious about life and not float through life. So you should be really proud that you guys are grabbing hold of all the resources and tools and running with it. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll get back for episode 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe mid-travel, but we'll see.
We'll see where we are. We'll do it.
Maybe. Well done, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for
Thank you.
having us.
Cheers.
You fucking gone. See ya.